Hello. Thank you for tuning in to this special Consular Conversations announcement. My name is Camila, the current host of Consular Conversations, and with me is the former host and current IV officer, Des.
Hello.
We here at the Consular section in Kingston strive to keep you, our audience, informed of our operational and policy changes as they occur. For this reason, we have decided to make this quick Consular Conversations announcement regarding the Presidential Proclamation 10014. This announcement will serve to inform our public of this policy change and the current operational status in Kingston, as well as answer those common questions that arise in these situations. Please save all specific inquiries on your case for our regular Consular Conversations segment on March 10th. Likewise, you can also ask your questions live on Nationwide Radio this Wednesday, March 3rd, on our monthly Ask the Consul show at 9 a.m., hosted by Vernon Darby. Our special guests will be our Visa Chief, Stephen Black.
So as many of you may have heard, on February 24th, the Presidential Proclamation PP10014, entitled The Suspension of Entry of Immigrants Who Present a Risk to the Labor Market, the United States labor market, during the economic recovery following the 2019 novel coronavirus outbreak, was rescinded.
This proclamation required us to halt processing on several categories of immigrant visas. Some of the cases that were affected by this included spouses and children of legal permanent residents, parents of U.S. citizens, siblings of U.S. citizens, and children over the age of 21 of both U.S. citizens and legal permanent residents.
So now you may be wondering what that means for immigrant visa processing going forward. While this does mean that there's no longer a presidential proclamation that suspends the entry of immigrants, the U.S. Embassy in Kingston is still operating at reduced levels due to COVID-19. Our goal is to resume the processing of those affected cases as quickly as possible with our limited capacity. Consular staff are reviewing immigrant visa files and corresponding with applicants to ensure that the required documentation is complete and up to date. Embassy Kingston Immigrant Visa Unit will work to reschedule all canceled appointments and schedule new appointments as circumstances and resources permit. We will be in touch with applicants with instructions about appointment dates and times.
Unfortunately, the extended reduction of our public services, along with the legally mandated suspension of processing of some visa categories, have created a significant backlog of cases. As a result, we do expect lengthy wait times for most visa categories for the foreseeable future. Now, you may be wondering, if my appointment was canceled back in March and April of last year, when can I expect to be interviewed?
And that's a really important question, because there were hundreds of immigrant visa cases and appointments that were impacted by PP10014. Rest assured that the Consular section has a list of all individuals whose appointments were canceled. We are prioritizing the rescheduling of those cases in line with our limited capacity to interview. The Embassy will contact each applicant individually to reschedule those appointments.
We're also aware of how long many of our applicants have been waiting for their interview. The U.S. Embassy in Kingston has always taken pride in its ability to provide consular services in a courteous and efficient manner, and we look forward to the time when overall circumstances permit that we're able to return to providing the timely services that our applicants rightly expect. In the meantime, we thank everyone for their continued patience and understanding. Lastly, you may be asking, if I was interviewed prior to the issuance of the Presidential Proclamation and my case was awaiting further documentation, what should I do?
So there were a lot of cases that were affected by PP10014 in which the visa interview was completed and we only need additional updated documents. We'll be in contact to make those necessary arrangements. The Immigrant Visa Unit is working on pinpointing those cases that were put in 221G or administrative processing status, and we will contact you to ensure that all the required documents are up to date. If there is anything missing, the IV unit will directly reach out to each applicant to request that all necessary documentation is needed is there to proceed with their case.
Thank you for tuning in to this special Consular Conversations announcement. We look forward to hearing from you during our radio show this Wednesday, March 3rd at 9 a.m. on Nationwide Radio, and to answering all of your questions during our regular Consular Conversations live segment on March 10th at 10 a.m.
Yep, looking forward to it.